Hello, my name is Claudio Rodriguez. Today is March the 13th, 2022, and this is my submission for project number 4, the Bootable Linux USB. Let me show you my laptop here. Alright, so we're currently in Windows. I'm going to plug in the USB to the USB port. If I can do that with one hand. There we go. No, do not format that. Alright, so I'm just going to hit restart. And I've already set the BIOS to boot from USB. So I should just hit restart and it should load up. Now, my version of Linux or distribution that I'm using is called Mint, specifically the Cinnamon Edition. There are plenty of versions of Linux. There's Red Hat, there's CentOS, there's so many. Ubuntu, Xubuntu, so many different flavors. And Mint gives me some boot options here. I can start it off. The first option is to start the preview version of Mint, and then there's also compatibility mode. And an OEM install. So I'm just going to go ahead and click enter and let it load up. There it goes. Alright, that's Linux Mint logo. It's a very stripped down version of Linux. Linux to begin with is meant to be just that. I know a lot of users of Linux use it primarily to run servers or maintain servers or home networks, stuff like that. It's kind of for the advanced user. So this is the home screen. Very simplistic. Not a whole lot to it. I can connect to a network if I wanted to, and you have things like, Mozilla Firefox, and you have your command prompt, and your file manager, and I could download the entire the Linux program or operating system if I wanted to. But for the purposes of this lab, I'm not going to do that. I can't wipe this laptop. But just to show you some of the built-in utilities, because that's the thing I found with Linux is that it's not necessarily there's not really like an app store. There is applets that you can download, very simple little programs. It's a lot of people just tinkering and creating their first kind of programs and sending them out there. This is an open source project, so pretty much anyone can put their little app on there if they'd like. But Linux is primarily command line based. That's what I learned in my research, is that people write scripts and then they use bash and then script editors or text editors and write scripts and then upload these packages through the command prompt. And it's pretty advanced stuff from what I've seen. So I'm not skilled enough for that, especially with like syntax in Linux. Absolutely not. But that'll come. I find it interesting. Let's see. I had some apps here. Very basic utilities. Let's see. This one I liked, called Disk Usage Analyzer. Shows what you got in your storage. The thing is, it's kind of like a visual representation. It's kind of like a pie chart. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. You can click on one of these areas. You see that, I see this is using up a lot of my storage, so I can click on that, and what is that? Well, that's a directory. Those are libraries. So all these files are taking up a majority of the space on this drive. It says user directory and then these libraries right here. See the root directory. Well, this shows everything here. Let's see this green one. Yeah, a share folder. All these files are in there, so it's pretty neato. Um, there are options where you can do, delete files and things like that, but for this lab, we won't be doing any of that. There are no files really in this OS. I mean, this is just booting up from USB. Let's see, another one real quick. It's called Gparted. Everyone in my research, everyone on Linux uses Gparted, and it's a partition manager, but it's used a lot for data rescue. So you can edit and create partitions, just things like that. Again, very good users of Linux can just create partitions. They can manage partitions in the command line, and that gets very technical. I don't know if I could ever do that, but I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. One more quickly is called firewall configuration. Let's see. Since I'm not connected to a network, I don't know if it'll show anything. But basically here you would, configure and manage your firewall. So here you would click status, you would click it to on. And then your incoming, it's better to leave it to deny any incoming and allow your outgoing. And here you can set some rules to that setting. Allow certain things to come in or whatever. Here you have your report. You can print it out, things like that. And your log. Your log of your firewall. So off, on, and off and on. Record that log and you can print that out. So that's about it. Thank you very much.